Hello everyone, Mayor Jordan here, and welcome first of all to 2024. Happy New Year. I hope you have had a lovely time and a great holiday. It has been since about November since my last video. Things just sort of got out of hand with busyness, but as well, there was a lot of issues with Skylines, and those issues do still unfortunately persist. So give me a moment, I'm just going to kind of talk about that, I guess. So we're kind of skipping about 2 episodes ahead at this point. I've got like 2 kind of at the ready to go. Mark with they're on the channel, they're just unlisted. I've not done like a thumbnail or anything on them yet, but I just don't like them. You can tell I'm not having fun when I'm recording them because I was very tired. It was a stressful time, like with Thanksgiving and stuff going on, and not feeling them. So I think I might just end up skipping them because they're not good. Pretty much, frankly. I mean, I don't know how much of this is really new. I don't really know what I did within those. It was probably just replacing this, honestly, with this. And, there was a lot of progress made in many of the videos, and I kind of started to realize that, and I was like, you know what? I want to maybe take a step back, and maybe even take a step back from San Jorge, but we'll see. But I wanted to maybe take a step back to kind of either restart the city in some way, like maybe do like a big reconstruction, or more than likely I would like to just maybe start over with a new map, a new kind of new series and everything. There's always a thing when you start playing Skylines or any city builders, you get to where you learn a lot pretty quickly, and you're able to kind of progress in a better way. And I think that's where I got to, where a lot of this was built when I was figuring things out, and it shows. Mostly in the way of traffic and the lack of public transport. And yeah, I could come in here and put a bunch of public transport stuff in, but it just requires reworking everything, and I'm not happy with like the layout. Like it feels like I basically would need to take a lot of it out to fix it. And I do like a project, so it may be something I come back to when we have, I would love it to have like some mods or stuff like that. I'm not entirely sure. I think that's one thing that's kind of, I have a gripe with. Like here's at least a crash, and obviously my intersections are not very great, even though this one typically runs better than a lot of my other ones. They've actually had pretty good luck with the traffic the last little bit. I think it's just maybe that little bit right now. But learning about how to fix like all the customer issues and the housing issues, but it's just so much to go back in and fixing this, which I very well could do. I just don't necessarily know if I want to spend like 4 hours doing that to then, be where we are now. I hope you understand that. I'll understand if not, honestly. But yeah, I want to build in a way maybe to kind of, slower, like more slowly build up a little city, versus, just kind of slamming everything down. I mean, you can see there's still, I don't know if you saw that, the pretty janky lag. And there's not a huge difference right now in speed between the one and like the normal speed and the fast speed. It really becomes a bit of a slog, unfortunately. I do get very much annoyed, which I realize it's my lack of public transport and other things like that, but I do get very annoyed with how bad they are using roundabouts. That is one thing I wish I could fix as well, which I get having more roads and stuff like that would definitely fix it, but it's not necessarily something that I guess I necessarily would like to fix with more roads. I wish I could fix it with, the traditional traffic manager tools or whatever else. That would be nice. I'm just going to try this for curiosity's sake, just to see if it works. How do I edit this? I actually don't remember how to edit things. So like I said, I've not played for a little bit, so kind of having to reteach myself here. It has been a definitely a hot little moment here. So I don't really want to go left there. I would prefer if they just went straight. Maybe they could, is there a way to make them just yield? I guess I only want them to yield from here though. I think that's another one of my gripes. My one of many gripes. I mean, I could make it, again, I could just make it a small little roundabout and it would probably fix everything. But even then, it's, you know, it's not always like the fix-all. But I hate that it sort of is to a degree. Even though it's really not, but there we go. That might do a little bit there. Just hoping to give them another way so they don't take this one only. Might work out a little bit better, I don't know. But, you know, I do love San Jorge as a city. I think it's actually pretty... It's unique. You know, take that as you will. It's definitely unique. But yeah, it's pretty poorly built. And I don't know who to blame for that, but it's not gonna be me. I'll pretend that I don't need to blame myself for that, and then everything's okay. But yeah, like public transport wise, like we're doing great with buses, that's for sure. And like everything's going pretty great. It's just not as much as you would hope, of course. Not of the portion of people, I guess. I have a hair on my glasses and can't see. There we go. But yeah, it's. I think after a little bit, just realizing that all the things that I could do to make things better, I was like, I want to restart. It's usually how I get in most city builder style games, and I feel like most people probably get that way. I just know, you know, there's a bit of attachment that comes with the series and everything, so I didn't want to like disappoint people. But I think for my own enjoyment, I may have to do that. I need to figure out some way in the future, obviously, to manage the pedestrians a little more, which I guess pedestrians are managed to not walk as far when they have public transport. Is pretty much the answer to most things. as per the usual. And this is kind of hilarious that this is that backed up. I've not actually looked over here before and saw that. Well, go figure. Also, this is the first time I've seen this like really bunch up suddenly, which is fun. But yeah, I don't really want to build this dense of a place on these small of roads either. So I think that's going to be something to look at, which is why I sort of started doing this. But then, you know, I've realized, I mean, yeah, it's definitely bigger roads, and like maybe this could have worked. In fact, maybe I should just start throwing things down and see what happens. Because, you know, why not? We got the money, and I'm just, you know, we can kind of have a little look-see and maybe figure some things out here for our next playthrough. So consider this the little tester, I guess, for things. We'll go ahead and add all that, because why not? We'll put all the services down, because that feels probably like a smart idea. And you know what? Let's put a freaking subway in if we can. Which I guess it would just need the underground stations for now. So this is a thing that I'm not the best with doing, like placement wise, but when I think of, like, you know, when I went to Chicago, they had them kind of on both sides very often of the street. So I'm thinking, what if I have something kind of like this, like maybe skipping like a road at a time, just assuming that's probably the smart idea. In fact, that actually feels like kind of overkill now that I think about it. Because I don't necessarily think that it'll be as needed. Maybe on this side for going this way, but I think for this side it's not as needed, because they can cross pretty much like anywhere in these smaller areas. Because I forgot that it has 2 platforms on the inside as well. So I don't feel the need to worry about that quite as much. Perhaps the hardest bit is just getting these connect, and then maybe having bus routes that also do all of that as well. Yeah, so subway track. Let's go ahead and go under here. And yeah, so this is just going to be our little, I guess, yeah, tester time, see what we get. Because if, you know, if it works, or if I see, you know, like something working out here, maybe that's good. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, the lag isn't like It's not as bad as it is for some people, I do realize, because of, you know, I'm very lucky to have a very nice computer that's been able to handle it. But sometimes, oh god, it still gets janky. I love the game. I should say, like, there's so many improvements in this that are absolutely fantastic, and I'm so happy that they made it. But there's also so many things that I just wish were better, frankly. I just wish they had maybe, I don't know if it's taken more, well, yeah, I guess taken more time to get the mods ready. Like, that would have been, you know, obviously very nice. But I don't know. I guess can only ask for so much. I can ask for a lot more, actually. So I'm guessing, like, maybe doing one long train kind of on each side here, hugging whatever ends up being just the right now. I feel like that's probably wise. In another city, I've done it where the train, where I have multiple trains. What am I trying to say? I do one train, like a train would go from here to here and back. But I don't know if it necessarily made a difference. Most public transit systems that I've been on typically run more like this, and I wish there was also a way to just say do this backwards. It would make life easier. Wait, what just happened there? Did it just, like, did I get undone somewhere? I think so. I think maybe I was clicking the wrong thing there for a little bit, or did that just go all the way back? Where am I? So I'm to there, I got one there. Okay, I don't know what just happened there. So we got one there. Okay, that was weird. Maybe I wasn't clicking properly. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, most, you know, that I've been on, typically like this. Maybe I got confused and started clicking the wrong sides. That might have been the case. And then here. And here. There we go. And now,
what's up, honey? Me and my sister
I think that's working. I don't know if it automatically does stuff backwards, but that would be nice if it did. I don't know if it actually counts doing this, or if it was just, yeah, would do it on the way back. But it would be nice to have, like, a thing that just kind of did, like, a continuation of being like, okay, yeah, you're good, just move on from here. But maybe it does. I need to mute this guy. Oh my god.
My sister say whoever you got playing the keys got more fun.
Oh my gosh. It's so annoying.
But I told her that ain't fun.
Alright, complete route. I guess I'll just keep that for now, because I don't feel the need to do the other one just yet. I do feel the need, as always, turn off ads. Turn it to the vibe. That's another thing. I need to figure out how to, you know, just turn off the radio. It's bad. So let's see. Do I have another? Did I unlock the solar power? Yeah, solar power. I could probably put another one beside of this one somewhere. That seems like probably wise-ish idea, maybe. I don't know. Because I guess in reality, it's just giving me money for everything anyways. Let's see. And then maybe... I forget you can curve these now. Wait, these can go underground. Why do I keep... I forget they can go underground now. I don't need to do all that. And then let's go ahead and put... Let's, like, tuck it in here, so it may not stick out quite so much. There we go. And then as for water servicing, I don't remember these being able to curve, but that's amazing. I will just connect up over here. Yeah, we're going to need a lot more. Is there any good... There's actually a few little good places over here. Water pumping station. This water seems... I guess I could just take from this bit. Will this empty? I don't know. We'll find out. Would it be funny if I just made this city and just stayed over here the entire time? I was like, yeah, I'm not going back. No, thank you. Also, I get that this is a horrible, like, layout for stuff. Just, you know, while kind of, like, giving it its last, like, maybe little hurrah, it felt like the right thing to do, kind of play around with. So that's why we're doing it. Not because I think that this is definitely not going to be the way the next area would look like. So do bear that in mind. My hope is to make it a lot more, trying to think of like a more proper word to use. I guess just a lot more friendly looking and organic instead of so rigid, because you know, when starting out again, at least as my excuse is I like to make things fairly uniform to kind of, I guess, learn. And I mean, I like how symmetry looks as well, of course. I think everyone does to some degree. But I also love like European cities and things like that. And like even my own city is a wheel and hub and spoke design. It's not grids. So like, you know, it'd be cool to have like that kind of thing next time, I do believe. So that's probably what we'll end up doing. I like how none of these are big enough for the fire station. Managed to do that somehow. Let's see. Maybe I could... I guess, I mean, I can just put it anywhere, can't I, really? I can just put it up over here. It's not like it's going to kill anyone. That was probably a famous last word, wasn't it? That's fine. So we'll have that. We'll definitely... God, education's always a thing, isn't it? People always want it. Yeah, I think like back towards these areas, anywhere near where I assume more housing will be. Yeah, we'll probably need like a couple colleges at some point, but maybe we won't worry about that like too far ahead of time. But I think first things first is I would think I would put, and yeah, I want to get a little more funky with the zoning, I think too. And by funky, I mean just, you know, I'm curious if this takes up this whole room. So let me do 8 wide, and then let's do that also 8 wide there. We'll do large commercial in the back. Then yeah, beside of here, I would imagine some high density housing. We could maybe put some, actually let's do that as well. And maybe on this corner, have this sort of middle housing, or what is it, mixed housing, yeah. So I think that, and then perhaps row of mixed housing, probably a fair portion of medium, but I think what I'm gonna do is this instead. So I think I'll do medium, a sector of that, which it's nice to see that actually builds in fairly well, like more so than I thought. It needs 6. Okay, good to know. So if I did one that was just, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that should, in theory, yeah, fill up. Okay, well that's good to know. We'll need like a, yeah, school back within this region. Got to make it a desirable place to live. So let's put it here, and then we'll have this going here just to connect that up. Not really worried about like anything too specific there. There we go, right by the road. Again, we've talked about before. Parents love to know their kids are playing right against a road. Just, you know, makes them feel safe about everything. Don't have any of those unlocked. I do have, yeah, we could get some parks in here, because I think that would be something that would probably get them in. Maybe we could make like a little sports park around, we could do it around the subway. But I think first off around the subway, having, oh, game froze a little bit. Yeah, probably having some commercial would be the wisest. We could have some... I'll do some smaller offices to back it. I don't feel like everything needs to be like, you know, the most giant thing in the world. Some... And then maybe alongside the school, we can have like some older style row housing. Then maybe within here, we'll claim as like our little sports park. Maybe we can start with... Let's go... Yeah, let's go tennis first. And then, thankfully you can kind of put this anywhere, but it does require a road of sorts. Yeah, we can do parking. I kind of forget that's a thing that is needed. I don't really want to do that. I'll do underground parking though. And underground parking actually by this probably seems quite smart. Do I got any residents yet? Is this the mixed? No, it's just... What is this one? I don't think it's the mixed one. I think it's just some... I think it's just a nice looking store. Then I could do some single family housing. Everyone will love it. Let's see, what else do we want to pop back here? I guess, yeah, so we can have that. We could put... Does it fit on the backside? It does fit on the backside here. There we go. We can maybe pop in a little skate park. It's hillier back here than I thought too when I did this, so that's kind of funny to see. Then... Yeah, it looks like we can actually fit in a community pool. Then let's see if we can, like, somewhat connect this up. There we go. I'm not too bothered about red lights. I feel like it'd be kind of nice because, I mean, yeah, we don't necessarily want them to die anyways. Sort of defeats the purpose of community park. And a health area, I guess, you know? There we go. So kind of something like that. And then maybe there's a hilariously a water park, which is a tourist thing. I don't remember that, but sure. These helicopters are loud, let me tell you. I was gonna say we can probably fit in another basketball court there, which is just more funny and fun than anything. Is there? Oh, there we go. Small playground. I wish the assets were a little bit more adjustable, but that's fine. I know I could play some better if I did desire, so that's fine. I won't blame the thing too much. I'll just put some housing there, because why not? I just think it might look nice. And then we'll do some housing back here. Obviously, having the reason to move back here is a big thing for all of them, of course. We could probably do a bus station. Maybe... Well, they need more rooms than I think every time. Almost need more than the traditional, like, zoning space. Maybe a bus station beside of there would be good. Then we could put in these shelters. I think outside of here is probably quite wise. There we go. And then this will just get us, you know, in these areas a little bit better. Again, I'm not trying to make this perfect right now. I'm just trying to, like, I guess get a feel for what we could do next. I think next time we might do a European designed like with the architecture and stuff like that, just to, you know, have something be a little different now. And I mean, it is a pretty nice look, so why not? Yeah, let's see. Maybe we can have one that starts here. Does put one on the outside there. That's kind of on me. We could say we could go that way, and then maybe up and around to here. Why not? Just make it a big drive. Up to here. To here. Sure. I guess you can just have like one route in reality. Just more like you need like one decent route. I guess you would just need a lot of buses on it. Oh, God. That Oh god, I just remembered the reason I stopped playing last time as well is I had a horrific crash in the game, and it just like, yeah, it sapped like every bit of fun out of it. I know I missed a stop, by the way. I'm not gonna worry about it too much right now. But yeah, that sapped like every bit of fun I was having. It was just so frustrating. It's very frustrating to lose, so much. Like, it was like properly hours of playing, so I was like, oh no. Because I was trying to do a video where it was long, like more of a long form video with doing more, in one episode. And yeah, it didn't like me playing for that extended amount of time. I think it was literally about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And I was just like, I think we're done. And I didn't open it since. So yeah, the more you know there. Yeah, I can already tell this is wouldn't be the way I want to build. I think I want to build more around the buildings and more of the need in the future as well. Of course, because that's, how cities are made. But yeah, it's going to be, I think, a good thing for us to sort of, or at least me, to sort of just have a little renew and I guess get a little bit more time in on playing, but in hopefully a happier way, doing things that I can enjoy a little bit more, maybe. But yeah, I won't do too much more of this. This is going to take longer than I ever thought. But I guess this is more like an update video, and that's, I guess, maybe how I'll sort of phrase it or whatever. But yeah, I'm sure you can tell a little bit. It was more of it was something that took me a while to come to the conclusion that I felt the need to do, but I think it's more of a requirement for my enjoyment going forward. So let me actually just go ahead. I'll save that for now. You can see like I've made so many other things to play because I found it more fun to play other things, of course, than actually record San Jorge itself. But maybe we'll do something, I think they did add a new map. I don't remember which one it was now. It's been long enough. Sunshine Peninsula. Wow, that was hard for me to say. Seems maybe new. But so does this one, which actually looks really appealing. But yeah, I don't know which one I would choose as of yet. I've played, like Twin Mountain. I know I've done San Francisco, of course. River Delta, I believe I've done. Mountain Village, yes. Question mark. But yeah, the Great Highlands looks neat as well. But yeah, so like it gets a little cold, but it's not too bad. That one gets actually pretty cold. But yeah, that's, kind of tempting. I don't know. Maybe I can leave that up to you all just a little bit. This one also seems quite fun. It's nice and steadily warm, which is cool too. The literally no rain actually sounds pretty good with how often it would rain on us in San Francisco, because of course it would, as is the Valley's way of doing, or the Bay's way of doing. But yeah, I think that'll be it for now. But I think maybe, I don't know, Sunshine Peninsula does sound appealing for that, and I do like the look of whatever this is. Kind of speaks to me. I guess this maybe, it's European, Northern Hemisphere. I'm gonna say maybe like a Spain or Portugal sort of thing. I don't know, but that could be fun. And like I said, having the European theme could also be a good time. Maybe I'll see if I can find some like those mods that exist on other websites and maybe try something from there. I'm not sure. But yeah, the game's in a little bit of a weird place. There's actually some modders that just like completely left the game because there's so much like pure hate for this game from some people. I'm not one of those people, of course, but it's insane that it got to that level. But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see where it goes. But yeah, thank you. I might also play some other games. I've got Timberborn I could play. I've got, I could even go back to see Skylines 1. I've got quite a few other things. Can I tab out without this freaking out? Because maybe I can just tell you. Oh yeah, it's not freaking out too much. But yeah, I've got plenty of other city builder games to play. Yeah, Timberborn is a big one. Most definitely. And anything that's in the city builder realm and everything like that could work maybe until the mods or whatever sort of make their way in. So if you have suggestions, please do let me know. I would appreciate it very much. But yeah, I want to thank you again. Thank you for all the support. Mayor Jordan has been doing very well for what I ever expected. And that's really comforting and really nice to see. So thank you so much. But I'll talk to y'all very soon. And hopefully sooner than last time, of course. Maybe with Timberborn or whatever else. But yeah, I'll see you then. Goodbye.